particularly interesting part of the movement topic is about arthritis and how joints are affected. So if we think of this as being the end of a bone and this at the end of another bone, we have a strong tissue, cartilage tissue, that is held in that gap, which obviously is labeled on here. Okay, now the bones are held together by ligaments, okay, which is like almost like the stretchy elastic bandy type thing, and then the cartilage is in between. If your cartilage gets damaged, okay, and just wear and tear, or the bones essentially grinding, or you're losing some of that synovial fluid, it may lead to these common conditions, and it's quite common in elderly people to have osteoarthritis. You may have heard of that term, as well as these slightly more less talked about terms, but essentially it's to do with joint pain as a result of damage to the cartilage. There's a short little set of key points that I wanted to touch on here, and one of them was, if you think that you may be feeling pain or stiffness, you may be developing signs of arthritis, and this is common also in younger people as well as elderly people. So don't just assume that it only happens when you're 60 plus. It can happen earlier, and again, it's to do with the pain and swelling in joints. Now, if a joint becomes particularly swollen, as we mentioned before, or damaged, then it's causing a restriction of movement, and the rubbing together of the bones is essentially the pain, or that sensation is the pain that is being felt by the person with arthritis. So you can imagine that it's incredibly painful. Okay, and on that note, I'm going to pause the video there. But just also be aware that you can have kinds of arthritis that are linked more to eyes and skin as opposed to the bones. But it's important to be aware that it's all links into your science, links into your joints, and essentially we just need to be a little bit more aware of it.